I did. I came in 2003, about 9 years ago. Yeah, with 24, with my husband. It was beautiful then, as it is now.
Talk to me about you're here this year for Nikita.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about your role on that show. I know you came into season 2, so talk to me about the
Yes.
great role you get to play.
Oh my gosh. Well, Katya Udinov is a very mysterious woman, and in fact, they started to sort of reach into the backstory of of why she is so damaged, because she is a very damaged human being. But what I loved about her was the relationship that she has with Alex, played by Lindsay Fonseca, and and not to give, I don't know how much you guys have seen of the second season, but basically, they use a lot of flashback in Nikita, so you get to see sort of the things that created some of the damage in Alex based on our family history. I mean, the Russians have a very sort of heavy burden in the Udinov clan to hold all these warring these warring dynamics that are trying to bring down the family. And I get kind of caught in the middle of it. So when you meet me, I am a very a damaged version of the, the woman that she remembers. So it's a good role.
I feel like you get a lot of wonderful roles. And
Yes,
for
I'm very fortunate.
So when you come someplace like here, like Monte Carlo,
Mm-hmm.
how are you received by the fans? Is it your role in the Twilight movies? Is it your role in 24? Like,
It depends. I mean, the age. Obviously, a lot of the younger fans were, Twilight fans, and they love the fact that I'm Bella's mom. Some of them know 24. Some of them, I mean, you're too young to know about 24. I'm like, I don't want you thinking of me that way. But no, it's 24. Usually, a lot of, you know, older people love that show. There's also, I did Men of a Certain Age. There's a certain demographic for that. So it all depends on what they're watching, of course.
do you feel that some fans are more, I don't want to say enthusiastic than others, but I would imagine maybe the
Yes.
Twilight fans
Yes.
are a little more intense.
They
What has
are.
that been like, being part of that whole?
Well, I think it also is the advent of the internet age, right? Because, 24 was just the beginning of that, and people being able to find out information as you're sort of shooting the show. Once Twilight hit, it was just sort of ubiquitous, right? And they were able to find out all this and blog and everything, so it just became like they thought they knew you. So I would definitely say the frenzy around Twilight has been the most intense that I've ever had. But I've luckily, because I have a family, I moonlight in and out of the set, I mean, in and out of the story, being the mother, the kind of ditzy mom down in Florida. So I've gotten the perfect amount, in my opinion, of the experience.
I think it must be so fun too now to be part of a show, in a family way. I mean,
Yes.
with your husband. Talk
Yes.
to me about. He's lovely. I met him for the
He is
first time just
lovely.
a little bit ago. So talk to me about you. You guys met on 24, and now
We
you're
met him.
together. How does that work? How do you guys?
We have had the best luck. I mean, I will say that we do make a concerted effort to sort of follow each other in our careers, so that when I was pregnant with our second child when he was offered Nikita, and he said, it's going to shoot in Toronto. If I take this, I really don't want to be separate. Obviously, I don't want to miss the birth. I don't want to miss our children growing up. And I said, well, absolutely, we'll come, because I just wanted to keep the family together. I was shooting Breaking Dawn during that first year, so I knew I was going to be coming and going from wherever we were. So I was really kind of looking forward to having sort of a new experience with the family all intact, and I wanted to keep it that way. And it proved to be a beautiful thing. And then Nikita found out I was in Toronto, so they said, oh, and they wrote me in, which was great. And then because we were staying in Toronto, I was offered Covert, because they shoot in Toronto. So it just worked out. I mean, I have to say I feel very blessed, because we really do want to keep us together.
When you go home, do you take work with you? I mean, do you guys practice lines? Do you say, oh, we did that scene?
We definitely practice lines. I mean, Xander and I don't have any scenes together in Nikita, so what's great is that when he's working, I can sort of hold down the fort at home. I can help him with lines, run lines, and vice versa. He can help me. I mean, I take his sort of intuition on things very seriously, and I think he does with me too. We run things by each other, and it's nice to have that.
That'd be great. He told me me too that this is a special time for you. You're not just here for work, but celebrating. Can you
Yes.
talk to me about that?
Yes, 10 years. 10 years of marriage in September. We're very proud of that. 10 years and 2 kids. And we feel very, very, strong in that. So, and it's hard because you do have to balance a lot in this business. It's such a gypsy lifestyle. And if you don't make a really, conscious effort to balance the two, one eventually falls apart. So we really work hard at that.
I was joking with him. I said, "Oh, can you get a better anniversary gift than bringing your wife to a party with the prince in Monaco?"
I know, right? It is. It's so true. And then we're going to go. We have 2 days in the south of France, which we're very excited for. We, would love to have more, but my mom and the girls, I just didn't want to leave them too long, so a week was kind of perfect.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. Well, finally, can you tell me, will you be then continuing your role on Nikita or continuing with that?
Well, they have talked about that there will be many flashbacks still. That's a big, tool they use in sort of explaining different parts of the story. So even though we will be moving back to LA after August, when I'm going to do 9 episodes on covert affairs, so I will be there through August. We will move back to LA so our 5-year-old can start school, but then we will come up to work on Nikita.
So great